Hey guys, today we're going to work on question number 2 from the 3.3 dimensional analysis practice worksheet. So if you have any problems or questions, again, we're going to explain how to go through it. Now, there's lots of different ways to go through it. Go through it. So sometimes you might do it not exactly the same way, come up with the exact same answer. That's okay, as long as you're doing it somewhat the way that we're going to be showing you right here. So we're going to start out. The question is, the moon is 250,000 miles away from the Earth, and then how many feet is it from the Earth? So the first thing we write down is we look at the number of significant figures, and I see that I have, it looks like 2, but we have a decimal right here, so that means there are 6 significant figures. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to put 6 figs right here. And again, I like to go ahead and do that and make sure that we can see it. So I know that's why I put it in a different color. So we have 6 significant figures. So what next thing? We're going to put down what is known. Well, what is known is the number in the problem, and that is 250,000 miles. Now notice I didn't write the decimal in there, and that's only because it doesn't really matter, because when I look at significant figures, I'm always going back to the original problem. Okay, and what is unknown? And that is going to be the number of feet that is equal to. So we're just going to put feet in there. So our path that we're going to do, so our path is going to be miles to feet. So we're going to start with miles to feet. Both of them are in English system. We should know the conversions pretty easily right here. So we're going to go ahead and do the first, start right off with it. So we're going to start right off with our first number that we have. We always start with that number that we have and not the conversion factor. So we're going to start with that. We're going to have 250,000 miles. We're going to put our multiplication sign and our line. Okay, then we use our conversion factor, miles to feet. Well, do you know what it is? I do. Hopefully you do too, because you know what? You need to have this in your head, because I don't think we have it written down anywhere. So we're going to basically say that 1 mile equals, oops, and I'm going to make sure we're not striking through that, at least not yet. And so we have 1 mile, and that's going to equal 5,280 feet. Now, one of the things that we're going to do here too is to basically let you know why we put the way that it is. So why did we put the 5,280 on top and the 1 mile on bottom? And if we look at it, the reason that we did it was because we have to cancel out this. Okay, we have to cancel out miles. So if we cancel out miles, that means that miles have to be on the bottom. So that's the one I put on the bottom. Remember that the conversion factor is basically the same value over the same value. So we don't have to really worry about it, because we're just basically multiplying it by 1. So we're going to go ahead and take this miles, and we're going to strike through it and get rid of it. We're going to do the same thing with the miles on bottom. Okay, and now we're just left with feet. Now the question says how many feet? We're left with feet. So you know what? I think we can go ahead and solve that problem. So let's go ahead and do that. And we'll get over here to the calculator, and we'll say that we have 250,000. Okay, and we're going to multiply that by 5,280, and that's going to equal this really large number. So we're going to put that number in here. So 1,3200. Excuse me. Let's go back. Put a comma there, and another comma. Now that's the right answer, right? And that's going to be in feet. Well, our problem is we need it in 6 significant figures. So is this 6 significant figures? Well, really, it's only 3. So what do we have to do? Well, we have to count over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go to that 7th one. We're going to highlight this one just in case, because that's the one right next to it. And we're going to highlight that a little bit, but I can't really do anything with this. So I cannot put this in standard notation. So the only way to answer this problem is to actually put it in scientific notation. So we're going to say that that equals 1.320, that's 456, there it is, times 10 to be to the 9th feet. Now, where did I get 9 from? Well, I got 9, make that a superscript, from right here. We moved the decimal from here to there. So we went over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's where the decimal's at. So there's our answer in 6 significant figures. And the way that I could make sure that we knew is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One thing that we want to make sure that we do is we highlight that in yellow. You could highlight in green too. That would work. So there we go. There's your answer for question number 2. Hopefully I helped you out on how to explain how to do it. If you have any other questions, continue to look for more Screencastify videos that can help explain how to do some of the problems that maybe you were stuck on. Okay? Or if you just want to double check your answers. Okay, Nelson out.